Great. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you a few techniques today. I'm going to be showing you some stuff straight out of the pages of the magazines, but also stuff that you can use in the salon, because there's no point in me showing you a whole lot of stuff that you can't do in the salon. Fashion magazines should be able to translate into behind the work that we do in the chair and us artists standing behind the chair. So that's what we're all about at Kevin Murphy. So everything I show you today is something that we're going to be able to use in the salon and translate well with our clients. Now, it's coming on to summer, and now everyone's sort of, well, I'm in New York, so we're just starting to dig ourselves out of the snow. You guys here have obviously been having a lovely time down here. And it's this time of year where we start to think, okay, what's coming up for the next season? What sort of looks are we going for? And the first look I'm going to show you is a kind of a nice way to do that soft, beachy, textured hair. I said beachy, not bitchy, but it could be bitchy if you wanted it to be. It could be bitchin', textured, beachy hair. So it's that look. Now, I know we're a little bit landlocked here, but you guys know what I mean by a day at the beach? Yeah, you know, when you're kind of like on the beach and you kind of got a pina colada in one hand and a pina colada in the other, and you've got a little bit of, you know, a bit of sun lotion and a bit of sand and a bit of salt in your hair. And doesn't your hair always get that really nice, soft, sexy texture to it? So that's the kind of look that we're going to create here on my first model. And the product I'm going to use to create it is called Hair Resort. And all of a sudden, I haven't got any Hair Resort available to me to show. But let me tell you, it comes in a bottle that looks like this. Maybe we can find some Hair Resort somewhere. It's up the front here maybe. But anyway, Hair Resort. It's beach in a bottle. That's beach in a bottle. Could be the bitch in the bottle too. But beach in the bottle. So this is going to give us that soft, sexy, beachy texture to the hair. And what I'm going to do, what I've also done, is I've mixed it, I've cocktailed it. Now, we've got a good range of products, a concise range of products that are created for us hairstylists so that we can become artists. And we have a range here that we like you to work with so that you can create your own textures, your own artistic integrity. So I mix and blend a lot of these products together. So I'm going to be using the Hair Resort, which is, like I said, looks the same. Hair Resort is like beachy textured hair, and I'm blending it with some Bodyguard. Now, Bodyguard is a light hydrating fluid, and this, thank you very much, is light hydrating fluid is perfect against static. Okay, now you guys, I know down here, static is always a big problem. This is your new best friend against static. I work it through a little bit through all my clients' hair, right through from roots to ends. It's a great blow-drying lotion, but it also helps to reduce the static that I get on the hair. So everybody at the moment is drinking Bodyguard. So I blend these two together in the palm of my hand, and I've worked it right through my model's hair, and then I've simply rough dried. So I could get a blow dry. I could show you exactly what I mean. So literally what I've done is worked the product through a hair wet, and then I've just picked up the hair and I've just dried the hair, very rough. No brush, no combs, nothing, just a rough dry. And in doing that, what I do is I open the cuticle and I get a nice strong texture in the hair straight away, so that when I come to style the hair is going to hold the set that I put in. If I use a brush and I smooth the hair down, I close the cuticle, and immediately the hair doesn't want to respond as well to what I'm about to do next. So in order to get the hair to respond well, to give me a great voluminous set and to hold, I have to rough dry it and get that cuticle open and ready to receive the next step, which is my favorite curling iron. Now, girls, it is a curling iron. I do call it a rabbit because it does have two little rabbit ears on the top here. And I bought it at the pleasure chest. But anyway, that's something else. It is a curling iron and it's very hot, right? So what I'm going to do, here's one we prepared earlier. This is hair cooking show, right? Here's one I prepared earlier. And I've almost finished this set. But what I wanted to do is leave a couple of sections so that I could show you exactly what I'm going to do. Taking quite wide sections, so wide horizontal sections, I simply take my curling iron, I hold it horizontally, and I wrap the hair around the curling iron, a minimum of 2 to 3 times around the barrel, as we can see up there, there we go, and I leave as much hair out straight on the ends as I do on the roots. So notice, I'm not lifting, I'm basically wrapping the hair and I'm just curling the mid-lengths. Very simple. Keeping those ends straight. Got a finger free just so that I can feel how hot it's getting. Let me see if we got it on high here. We haven't even got it switched on here. Let me tell you, this is just, we've been having fun today. No, it's not even, darling, it's not even plugged in. So, okay, wrapping the heated curling iron. Oh, 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, we use a lot of curling irons with Kevin Murphy, a lot of hot styling tools. So what we've also got in the range are these amazing heat protection sprays. So we're protecting the hair up to 430 degrees Fahrenheit. So all those girls out there, you know all those 16-year-old girls that are flat ironing their hair, hanging out at the mall with the flat iron? Actually, they're addicted to it. They like the little click. They like the sound of the click as they click, 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 click. I give them some of our protection line. There's a shampoo, a leave-in styling shield, and these fantastic blow-drying sprays. And I use all of these in the hair as well to help protect the hair as I'm styling. So I can spray a little bit of this in. It helps to protect the hair. Now it's hot up to 360 degrees. And like I said, pick the hair up, wrap it around the barrel of the curling iron, holding it horizontally, get the hair nice and hot, and then place it down to cool. And I place it down in its own curl to cool. Very important, the hair's got to cool first before I brush it out. If I start brushing it out before it's gone cold, what's going to happen? My set's not going to hold, right? The curl's going to drop out. And I don't rely on lots of hairspray to keep my curl. I rely on my styling products where I've prepared the hair properly first by using the Hair Resort and the Bodyguard, rough dried the hair, and now I've used a styling technique that in the end is not going to rely on a lot of hairspray to hold. I'm going to rely on my set, on my technique to hold. So, wrapping the hair around. Now, very importantly, I'm leaving those ends straight because, let's face it, don't us girls, like I'm a girl, right? Like, don't us girls want to have, like, mermaid hair, right? Don't we want that kind of long, voluminous kind of mermaid sort of hair, right? Or guys, porn star hair, right? We want to keep it long. We want to have it long and modern. And if I went and curled this hair up, what's going to happen? She spent 2 years growing her hair. I come along, curl her hair, and boing, it's up to here. She's like, thanks. She wants to keep her hair long. So in keeping those straight ends, it keeps the length, and it also keeps it looking quite modern. So here we go. I've got one more section under here to do. I do fairly thick sections, always making sure that the sections are horizontal so that I'm creating a wall of curl as opposed to little individual tight ropey curls, if you know what I mean, more like spiral curls. So very importantly, I'm wrapping the hair flat. As you can see, it's flat against the barrel of the curling iron there. It's not twisted at all. Once I slide the curling iron out, place the hair down to cool. Very simple. And now, oh no, I've got another section under here that I've missed. Hold on, here we go. I'm just going to do one more section for you here just to demonstrate one more time. So again, taking the hair horizontally, wrapping the hair flat so it's not that. So that I'm not going to get sort of ropey, twisted curls. I'm going to get nice, soft waves to the hair. Not lifting because I want it to hang really nice and soft and loose and mermaid-like, and leaving those ends straight. So not all the way down to the root. I don't want it to look like a Texan beauty queen. Okay, so that's why I'm not going right down to the roots. I don't want this. I don't want lots of lift on the top. I want this. All right, so nice and long and sexy. Once that hair's gone cool, I've gone right around the head. Now this usually takes me 5 minutes. I mean, I'm talking quite a lot today, but 5 minutes usually to go all the way around the head very quickly. Usually I have the curling iron already plugged on and hot, and I can just get around the head in about 5 minutes. Really easy. Once the hair's gone cool, I get one of our fantastic Kevin Murphy little styling tools here, and it's a texture comb. Now, you might just think, oh, just any old comb, but it's not. It's got a great feel to it, and I don't use anything finer than this when I'm styling the hair, because I don't want anything finer, like a fine-tooth comb, to brush out or smooth out too much of my texture. So I always use a wide-toothed comb, and with this, I'm simply going to work through the hair, just breaking that hair up very loosely. Now, you'll notice this beautiful texture. As I'm going through the hair, it's now starting to break up, and I'm getting that very soft, loose, beachy, that kind of Kate Hudson, Kate Olsen kind of hair. Right, girls, coming up to summer, everyone wants that sort of soft, slightly disheveled, sexy hair. That sort of, like I said, that Kate Olsen, Kate Hudson kind of look. Are girls coming in now and they're wanting more volume in their hair? Yeah, rather than the dead straight. Everyone wants a bit more movement, a bit more volume. So that's what we're creating here. But of course, we don't want to lose all the length. So as you can see, I'm just working through, loosely breaking up that set, that curl. Oh, this is going to look amazing on you. It's going to look beautiful. Worked it right through. Now you can see we've already got just that soft, loose texture. And to finish this off, I'm going to use some motion lotion. Here we go. It's the motion of the lotion. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to get, got good anti-frizz value. It's called a curl enhancing product, but personally I really like it as a finishing product. So normally where I would use, where in the past we would have used silicone drops or some kind of anti-frizz, you know, where you'd use it around the fluffies around the face and the little frizzies on the top, you always use a little bit of silicone. The problem with silicone is that it's creating an oily barrier on the hair. And personally, I've never found that silicone actually really gives good anti-frizz to the hair. Personally, I always think it just makes the hair go a bit oily and glassy looking. So instead, I always use motion lotion, and I put a little bit in my hand, like, you know, how much is that? Like a conservative quarter size. And all I'm going to do is just pick this hair up with the motion lotion in my hand, pick it all up, just lightly scrunching it in, working it through, and twisting it all the way through to those ends, working it in, and I twist it right to the end, so that I've got a little bit of product right on those teeny, tiny, tiny, tiny little ends, and then I let it drop. Look at that beautiful, soft, sexy, beachy texture. What do you think? Stand up for me. Doesn't that look hot? Right? That's the kind of just a really soft, loose, haven't lost my length, not too curly, just that soft, disheveled look. And let me tell you, this is a look, I love this look. This is a look that kind of gets better as the day goes on. So girls, you can actually get 2 or 3 days out of this look, and every day it just gets that little bit better. It just kind of settles in the hair. We don't lose the length. It's really modern and sexy, and I like to work it a little bit more than this. So